Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's look is this look right here. I went for more of like rosy kind of tones and on the lid then we went for a rose gold shimmer. It doesn't look very rose gold here, but in real life it is rose gold. Anyway, if you want to see how we got it, then stay tuned. First things first, we're going in with Peach Deluxe all over to bronze up the skin and blur out any blemishes. And for my foundation, I'm using the Hourglass stick foundation. First couple of times I used this, I wasn't 100% sure on it, but the more I used it, the more I'm really loving this foundation. It's full coverage, really lightweight. It's a good all-rounder. So I'm just buffing that in then with a Real Techniques brush. And for once in my life, I'm not using Shape Tape. Who even am I? I'm using Smashbox Concealer. I just wanted to try something new for a change, and I was pleasantly surprised by this concealer as well. Gave nice coverage, not as much as Shape Tape, but still gave enough coverage to cover anything you want. And just pressing that on with a damp beauty sponge from Morphe. Just to set that, I'm using Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC in Light Plus, so I'm just putting it underneath the eyes, around the nose, chin, like anywhere that gets kind of oily. Just dabbing it on. And I'm just gonna carve out my cheekbones a little bit using the Smashbox contour stick. I'm gonna go over this again with powder contour, but I like just to do this first, and it kind of maps it out as just a bit of a base. And then to warm up the skin, I'm using the Balm Bahama bronzer and just a big fluffy brush, and just warming it up in around the cheekbones, around the forehead, just kind of adding some colour to the face. And now we're gonna go and contour again. I'm using taupe blush from MAC. So I'm just going right underneath the cheekbones just to carve it out a little bit more. You don't have to do this step, but I like extra contour. And every now and again I will try to snatch my nose. It doesn't always work, but you know, sometimes you just have to go with it. So today we attempted it. And I'm gonna add some dewiness to the skin using the Cover FX Custom Drops in the colour Sunlight. So I'm just going in with a damp beauty sponge and just pressing it in around the cheekbones, the nose, a little bit of the chin and the forehead, just to add a nice dewiness to the skin. You can leave it like this if you want, but I'm obviously going to add extra highlight because I'm a little bit extra. But if you want just a natural highlighted look, then you could absolutely just leave this as is. And a little bit of blush. This is Style Blush from MAC. So I'm just dusting a bit on the apples of the cheeks just to add a bit of colour. And now I'm with my new favourite highlight palette. This is the Anastasia and Nicole Guerriero collab that they did, and I'm obsessed with it. So I use these two shades here and basically just put it everywhere. But realistically, put it cheekbones, nose, Cupid's bow, maybe a bit on the chin, just kind of wherever you want to glow. And lately what I've been doing is spraying the Tatcha Dewy Mist on the beauty sponge and pressing it over the powder highlight. Because sometimes I feel the powder highlight can go a little bit too powdery on the skin, whereas this kind of just basically melts it back into the skin. Now moving on to eyes, I'm using Soft Ochre Paint Pot to prime. And over that then I'm just using some powder just to take away any of the wetness, so you have a nice soft smooth base. This is just this skin finish again. And first colour I'm using is Bake Sale from Makeup Geek. So we're just gonna buff that nicely into the crease for our transition shade. And just keep on blending and buffing until you have it the way you want to have it. And just to warm up the crease then, I'm using paprika from Nabla Cosmetics. So I'm just going to buff that right into the crease again. And as you can see, it's just starting to warm up the crease a little bit. And just to add a little bit of depth to the eye, I'm using Hot Chocolate from Anastasia, just with a smaller brush. This is a 217 from MAC, and just mainly into like the outer crease. You don't want to go all the way right into the inner crease. And just blending the two together with a fluffy brush. Now my favorite, this is the Stila Cosmetics Liquid Shadows. They're absolutely stunning and the pigment is amazing. So I'm just basically putting that on the lid and with a small brush softening the edges, just so it's nice and blended. Now for some reason my camera was acting up, so it didn't record when I did the underneath of the eye. So basically underneath the eye I used paprika and Hot Chocolate blended in. And in the waterline I used Earthquake Pencil from Marc Jacobs. And I'm just finishing here with some lashes. These are Marilyn lashes from Huda Beauty. And inner corner I'm going to highlight with Powder Room Pigment from Morphe. It's just like a soft pinky hue off it. So yeah, just right into the inner corner with this one. And for the lips I'm using a Rimmel lipstick in the colour Trendsetter or 700. I'm not 100% sure how the numbering or name system goes with Rimmel. So yeah, just basically putting that on and defining the lips then with Plum Lip Pencil from MAC. And there we have it. This is the finished look. So a nice soft glam rose gold kind of look, which I'm kind of feeling it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to follow my other social media accounts. They're all under @Lolaliner too. And thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.